Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We are in the Troll Lair depths at the moment. And this door
serves you right.
Guess we'll go straight into the action this time. I like how they stand up again when you kill them with acid after they've fallen over. Oh, I have a feeling that this room is the room with the king. Indeed it is.
Barba! You managed to get here. Good. Now Hargulka will tear you apart with his own hands.
Stop, courageous and strong Hargulka. I wish to ask. Say me, why are you slaying us? What did we to you? Why take troll and kobold lives in their own home?
I have to ask, how long are you going to pretend, Tartuccio? I know who you are.
You know nothing, nothing. So, will you tell us why you brought us death?
You monsters threaten humanity. Dwarfity and elfity and gnomity and so forth. You may seem civilized, but there's a dark beast deep inside each of you. A beast that must be stopped. Bites.
Borba kills because trolls and kobolds are unlike him. That's what all Borba do.
Trolls and kobolds cannot establish a kingdom while humans kill them.
Death! They're Borba!
Death!
Let's go after Tartuk, or Tartuccio, because as far as I know that weakens Hargulka, and he's kind of mean. There we go. Oh, poor dog. After Tartuk's death, the troll's strikes become slow and hesitant. Finally, Hargulka drops his club and squats, clearly fatigued.
Hargulka doesn't want to fight anymore. Borba, or what?
You weren't too eager to show mercy to us. Why should I show mercy to you? Hargulka spits blood on the floor. The aura of might and power he displayed before seems to have vanished into nothing. What you see now is an extremely tired, wounded and elderly troll, his pelt worn and his face wrinkled.
Don't know, Borba. Hargulka would not let you go. Trolls wanted a kingdom. Home. But failed to protect it from Borba.
If you hadn't killed people, I wouldn't have had to destroy your home.
Trolls always ate Borba. Always fought Borba. How stop something that was always...
Hargulka speaks quietly, almost as if apologizing for the generations of trolls who came before him.
Tartuk ordered stop eating Borba. Hargulka wanted unite trolls first. Teach them stop eating Borba later. Tartuk was right.
How did you manage to gather, let alone control so many trolls?
Dumb Borba. You not understand. Hargulka brought no one. Trolls came to Hargulka on their own will. Hargulka was first branded by Tartuk. First be immortal. Hargulka showed the trolls they could live without fear. No more brand. Fear comes again.
And what would you do if I let you go?
let Hargulka go. Hargulka will leave. Go far away from Borba. Hargulka will find other trolls. Teach them not to be afraid. Yes! Hargulka will find a new home for trolls. Far from Borba. No eat Borba, because there are no Borba around. New home.
Tell me this is a trick. Tell me the monster will die and devour no one else.
I almost feel sorry for this troll, but no. I like that it doesn't show. If I were to be chaotic, it just says specific alignment required instead of actually showing me. Encouraging replaythroughs. Well, we're gonna go with the lawful neutral one. Attack. Your actions have caused numerous human deaths. I like how they, again, don't add the kobold... No, sorry, the gnomes and the elves and the dwarves and so forth. Anyways, it is time for you to answer for your crimes.
Dumb Borba likes big words, right? While you spoke, Hargulka healed his wounds. If Hargulka dies now, Borba dies with him.
Yeah.
Running won't help you!
We shall overcome.
You might want to cast... Oh, you have crappy spells memorized at the moment. Let's... That's actually quite useful. Well, I guess they're not crappy since I'm the one who picked them, but... Let's just ignore that, shall we?
Take this out of our story.
There we go. The trolls are defeated. After this glorious victory, the region known as the Stolen Lands will finally become peaceful and quiet. Or at least I hope so. Yeah, sure, right. So, Hargulka has a belt of physical might +4. Well, he also has an iron dwarven key. He has a mallet of woe. It is decent. Grants its wielder the continuous effect of freedom of movement. Now that is rather nice, actually. And we have a ring of protection +2, a ring of luck, a headband of alluring charisma. That's interesting. Another key, and get the rest. I don't want that short bow. An ancient anvil. Can it still work? Arim can't believe his own eyes, so he reaches to the anvil, touches it with care. Fiery sparks flit dangerously close to his beard. It's just beautiful. The dwarf smiles happily. Who could have thought that dwarf would be able to smile? You see, everything is not bad after all. The anvil is still operational. What do you say now? Arim pets the anvil gently without any fear of its heat. Once, I dreamed of working with a furnace like that. I gave oaths to Torag that I'd craft hundreds of suits of armor, that my hammer would be tireless. Oh, that was so long ago. He finally averts his gaze from the fire and turns to you. The very existence of this anvil is miraculous and unnatural. So much suffering and sorrow surrounds us, and yet they're here. Hope? Arim shakes his beard in negation. This shouldn't be like that. That is just wrong. Harim turns around and glares at the anvil with hate in his eyes. His hands clench into fists. Grotus, grant me the strength. I will restore righteousness. The dwarf deals a strong blow with his fist to the anvil base. The light grows dim for a moment. A dull rumble seems to start at the base of the anvil, the sound growing steadily louder and finally filling the whole room with a deafening roar. You could swear you hear the mad laughter of Grotus in this roaring, or maybe it's Harim's own laughter. The anvil trembles and suddenly falls apart, as if trying to catch up in time with the rest of the fortress in its state of ruin. Jubilost, I don't want to upset you, my friend, but you are such an idiot. Ah, that was awesome. When did you learn to break cast iron with your bare hands? You're strong. We have lore religion. Check past. Why did you destroy this anvil? Does Grotus encourage destruction now? I've always believed that Grotus does not destroy. He just waits until the end comes to everything in this world. For all the... How can you constantly doubt the overwhelming might of Grotus? His face grows red with anger, his eyes bulge and seem to almost fall from their sockets. How can you denounce him every time you get a chance? You're a blasphemer. Filled with rage, he raises his hand to hit you, but at the last moment he turns away and hits the base of the broken anvil instead. Interesting. After several moments, Harim comes to his senses. Forgive me, Caledorn. Sometimes I still forget how difficult it is to follow the path of Grotus. I must not get angry at unbelievers. I must persuade them to make their own choice of following the one true God. Harim's second blow shatters the remnants of the anvil, and among the shards something catches your attention. An odd red stone, definitely of magical origins. It radiates heat and glitters with every shade of flame. The priest picks up the glittering jewel from the floor and looks at it suspiciously. He nearly throws the gem against the wall, but something makes him hesitate. The red reflections dance on his face. Give me the jewel. Harim hands you the jewel. There. Do as you wish with it. You can sell it, throw it away, keep it as a memento. If it is Torag's parting gift, I have no need of it. And we get the heart of the anvil. Harim wipes the tears from his eyes. I shouldn't have come here. What did I expect to find besides decay, dust and ash? Forgive me, Caledorn. Thank you for honouring my request and bringing me here. But now I wish to be alone. It was hard to watch as Harim wandered the desecrated stones of his people's ancient citadel. There was so much gloom in his eyes, and then something incredible happened at the end. He found a magic anvil that once belonged to the smiths of the fortress, and Harim broke it with his bare hands. Nope, that's not an artistic exaggeration, that's what really happened. He hit the anvil with his fist, and the metal broke like glass. Was this a sign from a god, and if so, from which one? Torag or Grotus? Let's have a little look at the stuff we got here, because there is definitely a headband of alluring charisma belonging to Caledorn here. Also, I believe there is a belt of physical might for Amiri. Belt of incredible dexterity. There's no reason not to give this to Harim. And in the lack of anything other more useful, let's give Jubilos the belt of dexterity. It does help with his crossbow, so you can also give him a ring of protection. When it comes to that ring of luck, let's give that to Amiri. Does anyone need a headband of alluring charisma? Guess we can put it on Jubilost for now, until we get something better. Then there's the Mallet of Woe. I think the one that he has is better. Even though... So, 8 to 18, but the freedom of movement is really nice. But I don't think it's nice enough, so... Yep. That's just a short bow. Let's have a look around.
I always did what was right, therefore I became righteous. Does it mean whatever I do
Trolls
now
rarely
becomes right
use flags.
because I am righteous?
Their leader must be a genius for his race. Money and some gems and money. The troll leader fancies himself a true king. He even made himself a throne. And here we have braces of armor +3. Yet another key. The braces of armor. You have braces of armor +1. Sort again. AC 19. There we go, AC 21. And you can have these. No, they don't do anything for you. It says the same thing about the flags. I think it would be...
Still here.
That's good. I think it would be a good idea to actually heal a bit.
Anything is possible.
Yes.
Keep your eyes open.
Yes?
What troubles you?
We have none of those available.
Yes.
Just letting me intro.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
there we go. That should help a bit because I fully expect there to be more enemies. Although not as difficult as these guys were, of course. Two chests.
Anything else?
Is that it? Don't know where that leads. Ah. We are back here. Where does that lead? Outside. Okay, so it's
Without a doubt.
another exit.
My search was not in vain.
Move quicker, Lindsay.
Applause, please.
Yes, yes.
Any
We'll
last
do it the
wishes?
hard way.
Anything of interest? Not really.
What's that?
Applause, please.
Now we're back here.
Who will guide us?
A kobold shaman, clad in long flowing robes, swaggers back and forth before the gathered trolls and kobolds. His posture is proud, strict, and imbued with dignity. Borba words, listen closely, and speak after. Speak, the kobold student echoes shrilly, then snorts in what might be a laugh. The shaman stares at the student for a while, hissing wordlessly, then turns to the other. Gulp, eat. Gulp, eat. Eats. Borba, meat. Meats. Borba, meat. The shaman turns and sees you. His eyes go wide and he points his finger at you. Dur, Borba. Kill meats. Kill meat.
A fatal mistake.
This is where I step in. Strike for the legend.
Quick and easy. Fairy Tales of Avistan. And then we have the River Freedoms. We have the Chronicles of Blades. And finally the Prodigal Sons. And a Masterwork crossbow. A Masterwork short swords. The trolls have not been kind to these strange statues. Their purpose remains unknown. Oh, mushrooms.
I wrote it like I saw it.
It's a tapestry or something here. For some reason the trolls haven't broken this piece of dwarven art. It's another
I was
chest.
successful in my search.
Anything else?
Now... there is a puzzle here. Let's see. Didn't tell me how the machinery worked, just smirked like a madman and mumbled something about the sun that meet guests of the keep and the moon that faces the sky furnace. Okay. Strongly doubt there is much of interest here. Eve. Okay, so the sun disk probably, and I'll just pause the recording for that because I'm going to move all the way over here. So, yep. Small brief interlude here. What you want to look at is the rune on the floor beside the sun statue and then beside the moon statue. So I went all the way back down here again. Wasn't really that far since the puzzle is just beside. Or rather the staircase leads back up to the puzzle that I went beside.
Without a doubt.
So I'm guessing this is the sun. Means we want that on that one. And for the moon disk, we'll pause the recording again while going over there. We want that to be on the other room. Here we are. So let's move this to the... that symbol. It's also the rune that will wall downstairs. And then we'll go back down. And we need to go back in here. Again, I will pause the recording. And here we are. Now a little chamber in the floor opened up, which has a lot of money and a blessed path. Full plate inside. What on earth is that? Why, hello there. This +2 full plate can only be equipped by good characters. Grants its wearer a +2 enhancement bonus to wisdom and charisma and a +4 sacred bonus on saving throws against compulsion effects and poisons. If equipped by a paladin, it also gives her the ability to use Smite Evil 2 more times per day. I don't think I have any characters that can use that currently. Well, I do have Valerie, of course, but bringing her with me. That's a nice armor. Okay, so now the question is, should we leave the dungeon through the side way? I wonder. Because there will be trolls outside. Probably want to clean up the area. Let's go out the side door, side entrance, whatever we're supposed to call it. Checking something quickly. I thought as much. There is a second part of the puzzle. So we'll do that as well. There is a secret room near the kobold painter. I don't think we found that. See here, where is the kobold painter? I think he's here.
I don't like surprises.
Yeah, so if you have high enough perception, you'll find this through that, but you can also find it through the books inside.
You see that?
Which I don't know entirely how to resolve the puzzle from.
Applause, please.
Cypress Queen's Goblet. But I'm sure that anyone else playing the game will perfectly able to do that.
Applause, please.
Here we go, a new greatsword. Frost greatsword +1. That better than 4 to 19 damage. Does 11 to 26 damage when equipped, but it does not do acid, so for now let's just retain the one we have. I will pause the recording while we go back down to the exit downstairs. Here we are, and now let's go back outside. we are down here. Kobold Sentinels here.
We march ahead.
A small crowd of kobolds surrounds you. They look frail and thin, their skin covered with sores and claw marks. Even the tattered skins they wear are falling apart. The kobolds make no sound, they simply stand and look at you, following you with their unblinking eyes as though waiting for something. The kobolds step away when you try to leave, making no move to block your way, but their silent attention is somewhat uncomfortable. What are you doing here? What do you want? The kobolds stay silent. Quivering somewhat, they keep their eyes on you as you pass by. Do any of you speak common? The kobolds remain silent, but some of them stir as if understanding, but also in fear, as if afraid to answer. Lawful neutral, intimidate 18. I killed Tartuk because he wouldn't live by my laws. If you want to live, stop attacking humans, and again dwarves, elves, gnomes, etc., or you will meet the same fate he did. The kobolds keep looking at you silently. Just when you think they may not answer, one speaks. Kobold hears, understands. He then falls silent. The crowd of kobolds parts before you and closes silently behind you as you pass. After several steps, you turn around and see that the kobolds are drifting apart, going separate ways.
My search was not in vain.
That's nice. I mean, I still have kobolds living on my land, but it's fine.
Without a doubt.
Now let's go up and see if there's anything to clean out. There might be trolls or something outside the ruins, and if not, we are done here. Certainly doesn't appear to be anyone here.
Our path leads on.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
Dog can't peek looks. No, that would actually impress me
Anything else?
quite a bit if the dog could. Some more loot. I have no need to climb down there. Gold ring is always nice.
Applause, please.
A dart +1. Full of fireball.
My search was not in vain.
Without a doubt.
Disarm the trap. Fools.
Applause, please.
And here we have a breastplate, which is called the Heart of Valor. What does that do? +2 Mithril. Hello there. +4 morale bonus on saves against fear effects, and it is also Mithril, which is quite nice. Very rare silvery glistening metal that is lighter than steel but just as hard. When worked like steel, it becomes a wonderful material from which to create armor and is occasionally used for other items as well. Most mithril armors are one category lighter than normal for purposes of movement and other limitations. Heavy armors are treated as medium, and medium armors are treated as light, but light armors are still treated as light. G. This decrease does not apply to proficiency in wearing the armor, and spell failure chances for armors and shields made from mithril are decreased by 10%, maximum dexterity bonuses are increased by 2, and armor check penalties are decreased by 3 to a minimum of 0. An item made from mithril weighs half as much as the same item made from other metals. Guessing that... well, that would actually decrease your AC. Your dexterity is rather crappy. This might increase your AC by 1. No, it does not. Your dexterity is atrocious. I guess there is no reason not to give this to you. 25 armor class. A ranger walking around with a breastplate is rather interesting, though. And for all intents and purposes, I think that's it. Might be something along the road down from the fortress, but I doubt it would be anything of significance.
I will guide us.
Nope, nothing here. Okay, well, I think that's it then. I will bid you all goodbye and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all in the next episode.